This is the extent of your love life. This is the extent of your productivity. This is how you make money. This is the ease of you making money. This is your happiness in life, your happiness with yourself, your happiness with the people around you, the relationship with the people around you. If you are having trouble, if you have areas in life that you do not understand and are chaotic, this is what you want to understand, is the dynamics of masculine and feminine energy. Hey, what's going on? I am Shayla Jade, and this is Chocolate Cake 101. Thank you for joining me today. Today's a really good episode. I have been procrastinating to do this video because it is so important. So today we are talking about the dynamics of masculine and feminine energy. Now, back in 2021, 2022, this was a requested video off of TikTok. So I actually already did this video. If you click that link above, you can watch the original version. But you guys, so much has happened since that video. I have grown so much. I have realized so many different things about masculine, feminine energy. And I knew that it was a big deal, but just the time that's passed, I've realized the magnitude of masculine, feminine energy. If you have never heard this term before, stick around because this explains so much. Masculine, feminine energy, the dynamics within you and in the world around you, plays a part in everything we do. This is the extent of your love life. This is the extent of your productivity. This is how you make money. This is the ease of you making money. This is your happiness in life, your happiness with yourself, your happiness with the people around you, the relationship with the people around you. If you are having trouble, if you have areas in life that you do not understand and are chaotic, this is what you want to understand, is the dynamics of masculine and feminine energy. This is the yin yang of life. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, what is masculine, feminine energy? I just said it, the yin and yang. So as you understand that we are in this 3D dynamic, this third density where everything is physical, and masculine and feminine energy, they are polarities. And that goes into being a man or a woman, what you're gonna have, what private parts you're gonna have, what your body is made of. However, spiritually, the energy is very non-physical, obviously, but spiritually, the energy it's not about your physical parts, your physicality. It's more talking about the energy that you give, the characteristics that make of you. So we all have it within us, both masculine and feminine energy. You just have it to specific degrees. It varies. But also we're talking about everything has masculine and feminine energy, and it's a dance. Let me say that again. You have masculine and feminine energy within you. It doesn't matter if you're man or woman. This is not about your gender. This is about the energy that is within you. Masculine and feminine energy makes up everything. It's the whole. It's the two halves that make a whole. So masculine energy is going, oh, sure. Because we live in a patriarchal society, let's start with masculine energy. Masculine energy, no, let's not. You got to start with feminine. We have to start with feminine energy, okay? Feminine energy is creative energy. It is the intuition. I should just give some examples. Masculine is the sun, feminine is a moon. Masculine is a positive charge, and femininity is a negative charge. So I do want to explain that. What I mean is, a masculine is a pusher, it's a giver, it is a doer, it is a beer, and feminine energy is a receiver, a magnet. So the feminine energy, the reason they say negative is because it is taking. And we are taught sometimes that negative is a bad thing, but in this case, it's not. It doesn't mean anything bad. It's saying that it is energy that is taking. And so what it does is it receives and then it creates new life. And then that new life goes on to be its own self. And that would be the masculine energy. So for example, when I say these energies live within you, I'm talking about the you that has an idea is the feminine, and then the you that executes the idea, protects it and executes it, is the masculine. That's the courage to move forward, the courage to take action, taking action, the order, the discipline, the consistency that you need to birth the idea. Okay, so to continue, man is the sun, woman is the moon. Man is the positive charge, feminine energy is a negative charge. Masculine energy is action, doer, beer, chaser, get shit doneer. The feminine energy is emotion, creation, magnetic charge. Masculine energy is an electric charge. So this is like lightning. This reminds me of lightning. Lightning is the electric charge, and where it goes to is the magnetic charge because it's calling the electricity. It's calling the electric charge to it. Masculine is protector, provider, the ego, the outside, very logical. And feminine is whimsical. She is the knowledge, the holder of knowledge. Memory. She's whimsical, she's inside, she's intuition, she's creative energy, spirit, insight, and I said already, magnetic. So this is not a competition. A lot society, our patriarchal, our toxic masculine patriarchal society that we live in right now has created a competition between the two, but both have to exist. Both have to exist in you, both have to exist in the people around you, and then entities take on its own masculine energy. So countries all have masculine, feminine energy. Organizations have masculine, feminine energy. Marriages obviously have masculine, feminine energy, and that doesn't even matter what genders the people in it are. It is a keeper, a holder, a taker, and it's a pusher and a puller. A masculine and feminine energy, and they dance. And to the degree that they are balanced, that is the harmony and the love and the health of the relationship. And then you have a lot of relationships where one is doing more than the other, which means the other one is not doing enough. And that this happens in all relationship dynamics, even including within yourself. And when there is an imbalance, when one is toxic, they both are. And when there's an imbalance, there's all these things that take place. There's all these side effects. There's all these traits. So we're going to talk about that. Yes, I got my notes. Okay. So what does this directly affect in your life? So, okay. I'm going to tell you how this is going to directly affect you in your personal life with yourself, and then I'm going to talk about how it's going to affect relationships and societies. This is good. I love this. Oh, I didn't say this. The reason why this is such an important video is because there are so many things that I want to break down of what this affects and what this is going to look like, and how society needs to correct this action. Because I already said it, we live in this toxic masculine patriarchal system. So I want to talk about how that affects you personally and how that affects us as a society, what this looks like, and how we can, what it should look like when it's healthy. So I'm going to be breaking this down more and more. And as we go further into this journey, I want you to understand that you can always come back to this video as a reference, because I'm going to be referencing this video as a basis for what these energies and dynamics look like. This is such a beautiful thing. Okay, so what does it look like within yourself? Within yourself, the person in your head that has all these ideas all day, that is your feminine energy. Okay? The reason what she is doing is she is aligning you with your purpose, with your desires, with things that your thoughts, with things that you want, with things that you're thinking. So when she says, hey, I don't feel like going to work today, or hey, let's go to the park, or hey, take a right here, or hey, before you go to the store, stop at this store real quick. When she has all those ideas, she is leading you on a path, whether you're going to the store for that particular thing, or whether you're doing it for that particular thing, or whether it's going to be a journey that leads you somewhere magnificent. She is taking you on a journey because she is your spiritual side that came to this earth to play and have fun. And she understands that she is connected to the earth, and everything that she does is going to be in alignment with your purpose. That is the feminine you, okay? That is the you that wants to play. That is the you that wants to love. That is the you that wants to nurture. I didn't say that earlier. Feminine energy is very nurturing. That is the you that wants to nurture. That is the you that wants to be sensual and sexual and creative and artistic and just, I'm getting the bubbles. That is the you that wants to be loved, and loving. And yes, I'm hungry. Then you have the masculine you. The masculine you is the you that lives here in this body, in this universe, in this world, in this world. The you that you have the social construct with the ego. So this is the you that was born in California, and your parents were in the military, and you moved to North Carolina when you were in school, and you felt this type of way, and this happened, and this is you, and you have to go to work, and these are the bills you have to pay, and you have to raise this kid, and and this is your love life, That is your masculine energy. Your masculine energy is here to protect you, to protect the feminine, to protect this social construct that you are in. The masculine energy might say, I don't have time to stop at the store, or we don't have enough money to take this trip, so the masculine energy is more logical. The masculine energy wants to love and serve the feminine because when he listens to her, it leads him on the path of the desire. Okay. But he also has to take into consideration the world that they're living in, the kids that need to be taken care of, the job, the school, the homework, the gym class, the sports that you're in, the responsibilities that you have, the discipline that needs to have or be maintained for those goals. So he is the keeper, he is the protector of the idea to manifest it. So he's also the one with the courage to make those ideas happen. So if she says, let's get on this roller coaster, he is the one that says, okay, let's go, and does it. That is the whole entity of you. This lives within everybody, man and woman. I already said that. Okay. What this looks like in a relationship is one, like, they both have masculine and feminine. And by the way, let me back up. Everyone has varied percentages of masculine and feminine energy. And this has nothing to do with I don't know, but I have to be lying to say it doesn't have anything to do with your gender. It has to, but it's, I'm not talking about your gender. I'm specifically talking about your personality traits and your personality traits, I guess. Or the makeup within you. You know what I'm trying to say, okay? I'm talking about your flow, your essence is going to have both masculine and feminine energy, because one got us here and the other one is keeping us here. Okay, so what this is going to look like yes. We all have varied degrees. So say, and you can see this in people. Some girls are really girly, and some men are really manly, and some men are, they're manly, but they're a little bit nurturing and loving. This has nothing to do with your preference, your sexual preference. I'm talking about just your personality. There are men that are more nurturing, and there are women that are more protective, or more protectors, or more masculine. And it's just, there's a varied percent. It all makes up 100%, and we're all different, and it's all beautiful. So what it's going to look like what this looks like in an actual relationship is going to be, one person is going to be more of the fun person, more of the one that takes chances, more of the one that is more a keeper of the home, taking care of the home, taking care of any children, taking care of any animals, taking care of the other person more. And the other person is going to be more, in our society, a lot of times masculine energy looks like the provider, looks like being financially responsible. So financially responsible, but also physically, the physical protector, and more of the rougher version. They're going to be more of the decision maker, and that's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so that's what it's going to look like in a relationship. And again, that's nothing to do with your sex. That's just, it could be either.
All right, so what this is on, both energies in both of us are very mass. This being related to, okay, masculine defined. Oh, okay.
So I want to talk about what masculine energy and feminine energy looks like in a person. So I guess what a balanced and what an imbalanced masculine looks like, as well as what a balanced and an imbalanced feminine look like. So let's start with a balanced masculine. No, let's start with an imbalanced masculine. So in the tarot, they have the Emperor, and he is upright. Oh, damn. Should I pause and go get this damn deck? Damn. I'm about to do it. No, I'm not. Cain is in there, and I am not trying to wake this little boy up, okay? All right, so a dignified emperor, a dignified masculine energy is one, is there someone I can think of? Is a gentleman. You guys know. I'm thinking of someone who's like suave and GQ. He is emotionally intelligent. He is calm. He's not quick to react. He's strong. He has a mixture of knowing outside survival skills, but as well as other skills. He might not always be someone who wants to be outside, but he has a skill because men like to do things. This is the doer, right? He is responsible with finances, responsible with his emotions as well. So this is someone who is going to be nurturing in an extent, and is also going to, because he's emotionally intelligent, he's going to understand that being vulnerable is not a weakness but a strength. And the reason why being vulnerable is a strength is because everyone is vulnerable. Everyone has fears and things that trigger them. And when we speak on those things, we make the other person feel comfortable to do the same, and it breaks a better barrier of a bond and a barrier of trust. So he uses vulnerability as a way to bond more with his partner or bond more with himself. He is disciplined in whatever he's trying to do. He's consistent. He is responsible, because it takes those traits to keep and to gain a level of success and to keep a level of success, which means he's also ever growing in his knowledge. So this is someone who maybe reads, or maybe takes courses, or just studies. Of course, that doesn't mean that he can't be a gamer or be into anime or be into other things that are just for entertainment, because there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a healthy balance. So it's like he's a healthy work life. What else? We're talking about someone who is strong. The masculine energy is the disciplinary. So this is this doesn't have to be the man. I'm saying this is the masculine energy. The masculine energy is the one that says, take your ass to bed. If I have to tell you one more time, the keeper upper of the schedule. The enforcer is what I should say, because the feminine is actually the one that keeps up the schedule, but the masculine is the one that enforces it. And again, like I said, these are energies that live within you to certain dynamics, to certain degrees, but there's also, this is just masculine energy that I'm talking about specifically. That could be in you, but also could be a man. Okay, so the feminine energy is whimsical, is magical, is creative, is playful, is more loving, is more gullible, think of like a fairy, but also she could be sensual and sexual and playful, because this is creative. An orgasm is creation, so this is sexual as well. And nurturing. So what that looks like in a person is, this is the person that loves puppies, babies, gives money to homeless people. They're compassionate and graceful. This is the compassion and the grace within you. So if you lack compassion and grace, your feminine energy is toxic. Not toxic, but wounded. That's what they say. It's wounded. This is the energy that feels grace and compassion for people. Something bad happens and you say, oh, that's not okay, and you want to stand up for them. This is the person who is creative and takes interest in certain things like cooking and painting and singing and sewing and different sports, things like that, because sports is physical, but the creation and the creativity and the playfulness of it is feminine. She receives. So this would be a woman who is always being gifted things. People treat her well, opening doors for her. She's protected, not because, what do they say? Not because she's fragile, but because she's important. So people are doing princess treatment, okay? Think of a woman that receives a lot of princess treatment, or even like a dark feminine energy that people just want to worship. That is the goddess. That's your empress. She's also emotionally intelligent, because she has to be. She's also, and this is a dignified empress. She knows how to be assertive. She knows how to be audacious, because she is balanced, so that, which means the masculine within her is doing his job to protect her so that she can continue to be those things. She's abundant. Feminine energy is all, pregnant. You think of pregnant, she's always abundant. She's very beautiful. She's very self-assured, very self-confident, as is the masculine as well. Very loving, very nurturing, and taking care of things. Think of a mother. She's a mother. An ill-dignified masculine, the emperor, the dignified emperor, the ill-dignified emperor, the emperor in reverse, is a taker. So a true emperor is a server. He serves his empire. Think of Mufasa. An ill-dignified emperor is someone who takes from his empire. He is selfish. This is narcissistic energy. He only thinks of himself. He is cut off from his emotions. A lot of people, men and women, have numbed their emotions, and the numbing of emotions is a toxic masculine trait. It is not okay that you've chosen not to feel, and I want you to understand that when a nerve numbs an area in your body, it's because the pain is so overwhelming that it is abandoning it. So a numbed emotions mean that you are either very hurt or you are very sensitive, but either way, sooner or later you gotta heal that. And the sooner you do it, the happier you'll be. Anyways, this is also this is also a gentleman who sleeps with a lot of people. And the reason why is because sex is this is also people, because it could be a woman too. That's a toxic woman. A toxic masculine trait, not the woman, but the trait. Sex is a very sacred art, and true sex involves intimacy and bonding. And when you're bonding with a lot of people, you're essentially not bonding with anybody, because if you're spreading that energy, you're not really focusing it on one person. That means that if everybody's special, nobody's special. So that is a toxic trait, a toxic masculine trait. You only think about, like I said, you only think about yourself. You twist everything to your benefit rather than seeing the compassion and the grace for things outside of you. You might be gaslighting a lot and manipulative, or you are overbearing. You workaholic, you work too much, you're cut off from your emotions, you run. This could be an avoidant energy. It is an avoidant energy, masculine energy. Like I said, it could be in any sex. I think that's it. Is that it? I didn't write it down. I'm just going off of the top of my head. This could be someone who's fighting a lot, being overly aggressive or physically too physical, a violent person, someone of authority that purposefully harms others. Yeah, okay. So toxic feminine, she is a runner. She can be a runner also. Or she can be, they both can be runners or chasers for different reasons. But a toxic feminine is one that is stagnant. She's hiding in the corner. She is, she doesn't trust, both of these energies don't trust, but she does not trust herself. Doesn't trust her idea. So this looks like someone who can't, wow, okay. Looks like someone who doesn't feel protected. This looks like someone who is constantly, that person that always has something bad happening to them, or they're always offended. This is a scared feminine. Is this? I keep thinking that it's really the masculine because it's the masculine's job to protect. Toxic feminine is triggering. I already knew my feminine was a little bit wounded. Okay. Now I had to get some help on this because to me, when I think of a wounded feminine, I think of the little girl crying in the corner. She's stuck, she's procrastinating, she's depressed, she's sad, she's scared. She lacks a foundation. I also think of victim mentality, blame shifting. I think of martyrdom. I think of someone who has a trouble receiving gifts, receiving help. Someone who doesn't want to ask for directions, like shit like that. That is a wounded feminine energy. But I had to get some help because it's so much more than that. So, wounded feminine energy, low self-esteem, lack of self-worth, self-criticism, insecurity, emotional instability, oversensitivity, suppressed emotions, difficult expressing emotions leading to bottled up feelings and resentment. Ooh, that's a good one. Now, I want you to understand some of these characteristics are also going to be a wounded masculine because I already said when one is taught wounded, that the other one is too. And then a lot of these characters are on the line. Think of the yin yang. They're on the line. They're in the middle of the cusp of one going to the other. So yeah, victim mentality, blame shifting, powerlessness, codependency such as being overattached or lack of boundaries, fear of rejection and abandonment. I think also astutes to a betrayal, avoidance or vulnerability, and I said that already. That avoidance of vulnerability. Manipulative behavior, passive aggressiveness, emotional blackmailing. Oh, wow. Wow. Overly critical of others, a judgmental attitude, comparisons, martyrdom, self-sacrifice, resentment, distrust of others, skepticism, paranoia, inauthenticity. Oh, hiding your true self, not wearing a mask, need for control, over-controlling, fear of uncertainty, shame and guilt, internalized shame, guilt, suppression and intuition, ignoring inner voice, disconnected from inner wisdom, imbalance in grieving, imbalance in receiving and giving, overgiver, difficult receiver, fear of failure, perfectionism, inaction. So what was I about to say? So this is, I lost it. Hold on, give me a second, because I was going to say something. This is a wounded feminine that lives in all of us. You have to understand that being that we live in a hyper masculine society, or the patriarchal system, the feminine is hurt. She's hurt, and she's hiding in the corner. This is someone who they have cut themselves off of their emotions in in an attempt to survive. So this is like survival mode. And when they don't understand that when you cut yourself off from your emotions, you're cutting yourself off from your access to the magic, to the creativity that you can have in this life. So now you're overly acting, you're overly trying. A healthy feminine energy looks like self-awareness, recognition. A healthy feminine energy looks like someone who takes care of herself, not just her mind, but her spirit and her body. So someone who is reading, she also has some mindfulness practices. She takes care of her body. She takes care of herself. She has good hygiene. She's very kind, loving, and nurturing. Self-aware, self-comparison. She practices kindness, release of guilt and shame, emotional healing. She can express her emotions. She releases her emotions. This is someone who, it is okay to get angry, but you practice it in a healthy way, so you're not getting overly angry, and you are saying things. Your throat chakra is clear. You're saying things when you need to say them, so you're not having to go and fuck some shit up later because I'm not wanting to cuss. She can express herself clearly. So this is someone who has the YouTube channel and makes videos and doesn't worry about how people are going to think about them. They express themselves, because if they don't, they are not honoring their inner voice, their inner self. So they would rather piss you off than themselves. Assertiveness. The feminine energy the healthy feminine energy within you establishes boundaries. And then that masculine, that's where discipline comes in, because she establishes the boundaries and he makes sure they get done. It's like a honey-do list. She says, honey, all these things need to get done, and he makes sure those things get done. It's your honey-do list for yourself. Reconnect with intuition, listening to inner voice, mindfulness practices. I said that. Embrace vulnerability, balance, giving and receiving. Healthy reciprocity, cultivating self-worth, value yourself, affirmations, trust and let go of control, surrender and release. And the reason why letting go of control is so important, because she knows that what she needs is going to be met. This is trusting in the universe. This is trusting in her higher self. This is trusting in the divine. This is trusting that what I need is going to be met. It's like a little girl knowing that her daddy is going to do whatever she needs. She trusts so she can let go of the control, because that's what's magnetic. That's what brings it to her. Now, like I said, this is the feminine energy within all of us. So this is men. I'm talking about men and women. I did not say this has so much to do with also the LGBTQIA community and the things that are going on with that. That's a whole nother build, and it's such a beautiful build. All things have to be, because all things is just God expressing itself in multiple ways, God showing out in multiple ways, but we'll get into that, because I don't think anyone has ever talked about masculine, feminine energy and LGBT community. All right. Toxic energy, but I already did that. What balance looks like today in today's world, as within, so without. Small steps to heal the inner union. All right, this video's already gone on. I told you it's going to be good, okay? Let me just say this. The reason why this world is a toxic masculine is because in our Western culture, they teach practices away from emotions. They ignore your emotions, and everything is about work. See what I'm saying? It's not nurturing. Especially with men. Men are taught to cut their emotions off. They're taught to just be either angry as a form of evolution or power, or they're taught to just cut it off. We're taught that mothers and the feminine energy is an energy of just service and is nothing else. Her job, the things that define her are unappreciated and undervalued. And I learned that becoming a mom. Well, I already knew that, but I really learned that becoming a mom. women, the role of the feminine energy is undervalued, and there's no need for it because we need each other. And when we uplift each other, it uplifts us and it uplifts the union. So it doesn't even make any sense. That's why it's wounded, because it's like bullying somebody for no reason. And it's overworking yourself, being overly toxic, numbing your emotions, which is cutting you off from the universe. This planet practices so heavily the Luciferian, and I was talking about the Luciferian effect. So cutting off or weakening your feminine energy is cutting off your creativity, your connection with the universe, your connection with spirit, your connection with your intuition. So you are, everything is force. This is your dictator, someone who rules with force. I talked about that earlier. This is your ill-dignified emperor. Because the nurturing energy would feed everyone in a world that is self-sustaining, where you could have gardens of food and no one could go hungry. But there is a control for food because there's a control over power. This is like I said, a wounded masculine. And this energy is also an energy of not nurturing the kids, not taking care of the children, not taking care of the family, not taking care of the romantic connection, not taking care of the union. Because in a more balanced world, relationship and parenthood and motherhood and financial education would be abundant everywhere, taught and everywhere. There would not be a control over these things, because the mother energy, the nurturer, wants the children to have everything that they need and to be abundant. This is a more loving energy. When it's healthy and healthier, it's when it's healthy. Also, more nurturing energy wouldn't be so quick to fight, so war wouldn't be as rampant. I'm just describing why I say we live in a toxic or wounded patriarchal system. Love is not honored, parenthood is not honored, motherhood is not honored, fatherhood is not honored, love isn't honored, wellness isn't honored. So the health system could be better. So things like this. The last thing I just want to say is we are in the age of Aquarius. That means everything is evolving. We are in a period of time where everything is coming back up. So that's why these conversations are needing to be had right now, because not only are we fixing ourselves within, but our relationship with money is getting better. Our relationship with love is getting better. Our relationship in the society as a whole, it's balancing itself back out. Every time there's an ebb, there has to be a flow, and you live in a part of life that is getting back to the flow. And so that's really good and exciting. That benefits everybody. The masculine is only toxic because everything is about trust and faith. And a toxic masculine is a survival mode energy also. He does not trust, so he does everything with action because he doesn't trust his inner self. And that's what we're getting back to, is trusting yourself within. There's so much more conversation to be had because this plays into so much, like I said, parenthood, childhood, relationships, money, success, business. People are trying to evolve. But this video has come long enough. But it is true what they say, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and we will get into more of the Martian Venetian energy and what it does within us, because this is a mirror, as within, so without. Your relationship with your masculine energy within you is a reflection, or should I say, your relationship with your romantic relationship is a reflection of the union that you have going on with the masculine and the feminine within you. And if you fix that energy, you'll see everything on the outside change to reflect what you've done within. That's why everyone is understanding now that self-concept is the best way, and bettering yourself is the come up, because you really do come up in every area of life: your money, your love life, your health, your well-being. as in your safety, everything evolves, and that's what we're in. So stay tuned to check out more episodes. So check out more videos pertaining to this topic, and I do have some surprises coming, so if you don't see a link down below, come back and check it out another time, because some things are coming. I've been working on some things, okay? We'll talk more about this later. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, share it with a friend, and also check out, like I said, the other video and some more videos. So my love is your love, and take care.